and the substrate consumption. So the cell mass production versus the substrate consumption that is there. If you were to look at the monod kinetics, which is the simplest one of them, then you would get the mu max times the substrate times the cell mass divided by the monod constant plus S. Or and you can see the very similarity with the enzymatic structures. And but of course there is this
Sir,
term which comes in additional. Yeah,
sir,
Ratnesh, tell me.
recording has stopped somehow.
No, it's on my thing. It's showing recording. It's showing 40 minutes, 34 seconds, 35 seconds. Showing it's recording.
That is showing the recording.
Ratnesh, you
Okay,
need to
sir.
check. Maybe something is wrong with your system.
Okay, sir.
But anyway, it'll be there for you when we finish. Okay. All right. So again, what you see here is that similarly, when you look at the consumption, then it's based upon something called the yield coefficient. So those who are in biochemical engineering very easy will understand this. But those who are in maths, all you need to understand there's a factor by which so that it means that there is some inefficiency that is there in this process. That means not all the substrate is converted to cell mass. Some of it is lost for energy. Some of it is lost in other energy balances and other components which are not required for growth. So those losses are essentially uh, captured by this term. This dilution factor is nothing but the dilution due to the volume of the reactor changing. So this is nothing but F by V, the flow rate at which something is coming in divided by the volume of the reactor. So as the volume of the reactor increases, then you'll find that this becomes less and less. So the influence of the substrate on this becomes less. So that's the reason why it's shown like this. And of course, the units will be hour inverse, which is so the concentration by the hour inverse is also on the left hand side is concentration by the hour inverse. So that balances out in terms of this. So now I'll take a break here for 2 minutes, and I want to see if somebody can give me the linear form of this at some steady state concentration, let's say um SS or star condition. So X star and S star are the steady state values. So can you derive the linear version of the right hand side for this using the Taylor's approximation that I showed you earlier? I want people to try it out and then tell me once you've done it. So I'll wait for 2 minutes on this, 2-3 minutes on this. So I'll be switching off the video and speaker for 2 minutes or 3 minutes, and then I'll come back to you. In the meantime, please work it out by hand in a paper and pencil in your wherever you are sitting and listening to this lecture. So I'm back. Has anybody done this? Has anybody been able to get the linear version?
So if we assume the steady state steady state substrate concentration to be S naught and the steady state biomass to be X naught, we can linearize the mu m S x by Km plus X term as mu m X naught mu m into X naught into Km by Km plus S naught whole square into S minus S naught.
No, there are two variables. You have to be careful.
Sir, at x
So is there
at a steady state, dx by dt and ds by dt should be considered at 0, right?
No, not necessarily 0. You can just ignore the left hand side. So just keep the left hand side as it is. So it's not necessarily 0, but the right hand side will change. So if it is at steady state, then it goes to 0. If it is not a steady state, you can always find out the linear version at any time point. And in that case, now keep in mind that there are two terms which are variables. There are two variables on the term on the right hand side. That is S and X. So the first time you do it, you have to do partial differential with respect to X, and then set everything at X0, S0, and then multiplied by X minus X0. And then again repeat the same thing plus the partial differential with respect to substrate now, S. And then you again set everything that you get with respect to X0, S0, and then multiplied by S minus S0. Okay. So unfortunately, I don't have a pad. It's not yet reached me, which I was trying to get so that I can explain all these things using a pad. But maybe next class I'll show it to you. But those who are trying out, please, those who have not done it, please try it out. Maybe it's a good exercise to see if you've understood whatever material I've done till this point of time. Okay, now the reason I'm going to stop the lecture here, but I've got some other discussions to do. So the lecture for today is over, but I'm going to discuss a few things. One thing is I need to know, because I'll be teaching you some things to do on MATLAB, and MATLAB with the sigma plot. Sorry, the MATLAB with the what is it called? So you have one. So anyway, it will be done on MATLAB for. Sorry, I can't remember now clearly. I forget the technical term that they use for this. But anyway, so I'll be using the MATLAB platform to do all of this analysis. Now, all of you who are here, please go back and tell the people that they need to have MATLAB loaded on their laptops if they want to follow some of the lectures which will happen later. Okay. So I'm going to post it also on the website and also on the course material, course email. So please ask your friends to get MATLAB loaded. Okay. That's the first thing.
Sure, sir.
The next thing is I had also sent out the message yesterday on the course for students to form their own groups, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So now, see, there will be 7 groups. Okay. So what I think is that one person from each group can if somebody can create a WhatsApp group, so that one person from each group is there on that WhatsApp group and they communicate to their own team members, whatever we discuss regarding what work needs to be done in a group. Okay. All right. So this is another thing that I want you people to do. So the reason there is some more work to be done, which will be hands-on kind of work. So that I will assign in terms of groups, and so it will be a good learning experience for you if you have that done by discussing with each other and learning from each other's experience. So it's good if you have people from having different expertise in the groups, so that if somebody is strong in math or somebody is strong in coding, then it's easier for the group to kind of learn from each other. So that's something I will advise. But of course, there are other factors I do understand. Given that this is a pandemic time, and how do you communicate with people, and you might be vibing better with some people, so that's all right. So make a judgment, good judgment on how you group. So don't get biased by just the factor that person is your friend. Try to keep somebody also who's competent and does know a few things more than which is complement to the other people of the group maybe. So that helps a lot. So that's the way I'm going to take this forward. And for example, there'll be some simulation things to do. Now I remember the term Simulink, MATLAB Simulink. Okay, so please download. IIT Delhi has it, so you should be able to download the Simulink also. And the reason I'm going to use Simulink is because it helps us to kind of map the wiring diagram that we create for metabolic pathways or gene regulatory pathways directly onto the Simulink. And it gives you a visual understanding. And of course, this is only for the purpose of the teaching that I'm doing this. And if you really have much bigger and complex system, then Simulink is not be the best thing to do. It's only for you to learn. And as a first step, try out small things. You can do it on Simulink very easily. But later on, when you do much bigger systems, then you either have to use Python or MATLAB, or some other coding. So I'm familiar with these two, but not some of the newer things that people are doing with. Okay. So anyway, now any questions? Any further questions, or shall we conclude for today?
Sir, because of online, we don't know each other, so like forming a group is
I do understand.
not easy.
So, but try to have, but just call and talk to people. Try to have maybe somebody you can put it on the. I don't know how best you can communicate. So that I leave to you. You guys are better than I am.
So I guess we can make a course WhatsApp group, and we can put a link on the Teams channel for the WhatsApp group.
Sure. Let's do that then. Okay. So maybe Vishantan, can you take care of that? Or you, and with the help of maybe Ratnesh and a few other people, just do it, no?
Sure, sir. I'll do it.
It will be very useful actually to have that.
Yes.
And then you can just write to them and ask them, maybe you can do this or do that. Okay.
Sure, sir.
Okay. All right. So with that, let's finish today. Let's communicate with each other. Let's see how best we can take this whole thing forward. We are all working under limitations. Quite a bit of this course is well done if it's done on the board. No, there's so much to teach visually because I can see I don't get the feedback from the students. So if I'm in the class, I can talk to you and immediately change the way I'm teaching the lecture. So I can dynamically adapt to the needs of the students, which I can't do here. So it's just usually one way. So whenever you need, even offline, you can, just like you're doing it on the Teams, I think people have been writing whatever difficulties they have. You can also have questions, and we can have discussion forums if needed, things like that. We can always start on the site. Okay. So please use all the methods that are possible online, which are also advantages to make this a learning experience. All right.
Sir.
So thank you for, who's this?
I'm Sunil, sir.
Sunil.
Yes. Sir, did you upload
anywhere? Which one? Sorry?
Last lecture slide.
No, I have not yet done it. Yesterday, I went home very late after the class because there was another meeting which was happening. So that meeting finished I reached home around 8 o'clock in the night. And then today morning, I came here and I'm having a problem with the other desktop which I have. And so they are trying to fix that computer. There's something to do with hardware, I think, on the net, the links that is there. So I'm even facing this problem since morning. So once that is fixed, then I will upload all of this. Huh? So give me a few days time. So tomorrow I'll be busy with, like during the pandemic, everybody's busy with housework on the weekend. So I'll have to contribute to the house and work at home. So Monday I'll most probably do it. Huh? So just give me a few days. I'll take care of this. Okay.
Sir,
and your name is there. I've checked it. Your name is there in the list.
Yeah, like I have a request. I am from biology background, and for me, like sometimes it is hard to digest this concept.
Okay, so are you which department are you from?
KSBS, sir.
So you can come to my office, no? If you are in the school. Are you in school?
No, sir. I am at home.
Oh, okay. So, all right. So whatever you are not able to understand, you send me an email separately, and I'll see what I can do to help you. Okay.
And it will be beneficial if you could upload these lecture slide in advance before class. So.
Okay, sure. I'll do that. Okay. So usually what happens is if I do that, sometimes what happens is students don't come to the class, and as it is, we have low attendance. So I have not been doing it, but if you want, I can do that also. No problem.
Yeah, it will be beneficial for me.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Take care.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Bye.
Bye, sir.
I have a doubt. So, sir, I will email you, sir.
Okay. No problem. And
okay,
no
sir.
problem.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.